Well, new at 4, a plan to expand short-term rentals in the city of L.A. is drumming up some debate here. It's part of Mayor Karen Bass's budget, and some argue it will affect affordable housing. Our Lolita Lopez live at L.A. City Hall getting reaction from people likely to be impacted, plus the mayor's response here. Lo.
Yeah, Michael, you know, there's one common agreement here. Everyone says that there's not enough affordable housing here in the city of Los Angeles. The disagreement comes with how this proposal from the mayor will actually affect that very thing. And it was heard today at the city council's Planning and Land Use Committee meeting. Angelenos, including faith leaders, gathered outside of City Hall to speak out against a proposal in the Los Angeles mayor's city budget that would expand short-term rentals across L.A. to allow a homeowner's second home to be considered. It's temporary, lasting through the Olympics and the end of 2028, but the concerns remain for some neighbors.
We're very concerned with the number of rental properties that would take off of the market for people who live in the city.
We need more housing. We don't need more rental units.
The ordinance to allow for short-term rentals passed in 2018 and is limited to people's primary homes to be rented for up to 120 days a year. A registration number must be attached to listings. The LA City Department of Planning says there are currently 4,399 active home sharing registrations in the city of Los Angeles.
It's still not especially well enforced for many years.
Ellen Evans lives in Hollywood. She is the head of her local neighborhood association and is currently running for state senator of her district. For several years, NBC4 has spoken with her, including prior to the city's ordinance, about how short-term rentals created problems with homes being used for large parties, leading to clogged streets and at times violence.
There have been shootings at these parties, not infrequently, and it's a real problem.
We spoke to the mayor about these concerns and her proposal.
This is a policy that will be in place to accommodate the influx of tourists during the Olympics. That is why it's temporary. That's why it expires in December 2028. Otherwise, I would be concerned about the housing supply.
The mayor adding they would ask short-term rental companies to pay required funds to the city in advance as a way of raising revenue. Airbnb, one of the largest short-term rental host companies, tells us in a statement in part, Airbnb is a committed partner to Los Angeles and its long-term prosperity with not just words but with action. That's why we have offered to provide tax revenue we already collected on behalf of hosts up front to help fund essential city programs millions of Angelenos rely on. Now, we did request a comment from the American Hotel and Lodging Association about this issue. We did not receive a response. One recommendation that's been thrown out there is to add more short-term rentals around actual venues for LA 28 that would include other cities like Inglewood, which has its very own regulations on these matters. At the end of the afternoon today, the City Planning and Land Use Committee decided to continue the measure. They're going to get some reports from other city agencies and then come back to make a final decision in the next few weeks. Live downtown, Lolita Lopez, NBC4 News.